Now, I don't know whether I should have let her keep the bag or if I should have pulled it off and vomited in it, because the stench was unlike anything my nostrils have experienced in the last 80 years of my life. You had the same thing happen, didn't you?
Once, except it wasn't a bag, it was a bag made out of hessian. Now, I can tell you that does not work as a filter.
Oh! Hello and welcome to another episode of Mighty Car Mods.
We're back!
We're back again,
We're back again!
We've aged 5 years, haven't we?
Yes.
In the last couple of months.
At least 4,055. Is that even a number? Toilet stops in between the times taken to get this video out.
And a lot of grey hairs have grown and since dropped out. Haven't they, Martin?
Oh.
Now, Martin, it's been a little while, obviously, because we've been waiting on some exciting parts from Japan.
That's exactly right.
And we've also been waiting on some new fandangled technology.
Some new development of the technology that is at the heart and mind of the vehicle.
The mind of the vehicle, Martin.
Well, it's the mind of the vehicle. It's the brain of the vehicle.
Martin, tell me about the brain of the vehicle.
Well, the brain of the vehicle
it's an upgrade.
Oh, it's an electronical control unit.
Yes.
Which was a development unit.
Yes.
So a lot of development has since happened using the Gramps vehicle to make sure that this car will be as good as possible.
Great.
Yes.
I'm pretty happy about that. Now, Martin, we had this great idea that we were going to fill the car full of awesome bits and pieces.
Yep.
But that's not really that good for going fast, is it? I mean, planes aren't full of things.
That's right.
They try and keep them light, don't they, Martin?
Generally, adding weight slows things down. Just ask.
Yeah, we don't need to go further on that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen her since 2 weeks ago at bingo. She's still asking about you, mate.
Oh.
She was walking like a cowboy. Now, so today, we're going to be doing the old strip. We're dacking Gramps, aren't we, Martin?
We are taking Gramps' pants off.
Panties.
Pants is what I meant to say. I don't know why I was still thinking about your friend.
So we're going to be stripping Gramps down. So come with us on this fantastical journey. It's like the never-ending story, but without a Treyu. It's Gramps. And Gramps is the big friendly pink dog flying through the lips of the sky. Gramps is back, isn't he, Martin?
He's back.
Now, last time you saw Gramps, of course, Marty had finished up in Queensland. I'd come back down to Sydney to get some parts, which have since arrived, and I'll be showing you those today. Martin, tell me how the trip home went. I was on a plane. I was on a bike.
Yeah.
A bike and a plane.
That's right, it took you 1 hour. Anyway, the trip home was actually pretty good. It was being remote tuned by the boffins at Haltech.
Remote tuned!
That's right, like
we're in the
via
future.
Internet and via the laptop into the car, checking mixtures and all that, which was pretty cool. Had to drive
while driving down the highway.
Had to drive it the whole way with no boost, and that hurt my feelings. So then we just took it to Haltech and they checked all the numbers and said, now drive it around and make sure it's all working, give it a running.
Wow, so that's what happened last time. Now, there's been a lot of things happening since then as well, Marty. We've got some very cool custom dash mad nerdery that's going on today that we're going to be showing you with Meals from the Mighty Car Mods forum. And the Haltech guys have been working away on some special tuning. Can you tell us more about that, Martin, so far?
The next step.
The development.
The next step of tuning, so we had to get it working on pump fuel, so it can be driven anywhere, but it does have a flex sensor. If you watch the series, you remember we put a flex sensor on that body chassis rail thing, which means we can run ethanol. So in the not too distant future, we are going to be giving it an E85 tune, which I am excited about because it means more power using corn juice.
It does, using corn juice. I'm not a massive fan when juice comes out of the end of a corn, because it's very hot and it can burn one's mouth.
Drips.
Anyway, so what we're going to do today is, up until a few minutes ago, we had this awesome idea that I was about to go, Marty, these are all the new parts, we're putting them on the car, and then we realised that putting more stuff on a car that's meant to go fast is not really a great idea. So we're going to show you the stuff that Mechanical Stig has organised from the land of the rising sun, and then our process is just going to be to strip Gramps to get rid of some weight. We're going to be weighing it as we go so we can see just how much weight a skank-filled roof lining weighs. We're going to be collecting all the dirty stuff we found in the car because there is some revolting stuff in there. We're going to be doing some automotive archaeology, showing you what we find, and hopefully getting rid of the stench. That's the number one. That's the number one reason, isn't it, Marty?
Still stinks like worse than any car. Worse than the Civic.
Yeah, it does.
That was bad.
It does. I mean, from what I understand, I've got some friends that are doctors, and from what they've described to me, it smells like the car has septic scrotum.
Really?
That is a real. That is a real condition. An infected and rotting scrotum is what your car smells like. So today we're going to get in there. We're going to get rid of all that funk, and try and get it smelling somewhat sanitary. And that's the plan for today. Awesome. So let's get to it. What I'm about to show you is so exciting. Here it is, Martin. So let me tell you the story of what's here. No, this is not just a pile of mess. It's way better than an MX-5. No, let me tell you, Mechanical Stig, who's an absolute legend, he scoured the land of the rising sun, and he found us a top-spec, top-of-the-line GT Legacy. Now, this thing had only done 80,000 kilometers, which for a car that old is just incredible. It means all the parts are in perfect condition. Now, normally at Ichiban, of course, they bring in half cuts and do all that awesome stuff, but he managed to get the entire interior of the car and panels for us individually wrapped and then shipped to us. So in here, this is the roof lining, which doesn't smell like septic scrotum. It's fresh. Tastes of nothing, smells of nothing. Now under here, we've got up-spec'd interior parts, we've got like cargo barriers, we've got like all the Japanese lights, re-wings, all this awesome stuff. So today's plan was actually going to be putting all this stuff in the car, and we're like all ready to go, and then Marty's like, wait a second, if we're trying to go really fast, then kind of putting that stuff in the car doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So now that it's here, it is ready to go in the car, but the more important job for today is we've got to strip out the scrotumy interior of the other one. We're going to weigh it all, and then we're going to try and do our 11-second pass, of course, and once that's done, then we can put in all the awesome JDM-ness. But for today, we have got to DAC Gramps and completely strip him, get rid of all the septic scrotums. Let's get to it.
Oh. Dude, it still stinks as, like, worse because it's been fermenting in the sun.
Why? What is it that makes it smell? I've never smelled a car like that. I thought the Civic was bad. Yeah. That kind of rotting eggplant smell. This is next level.
If you put your face too close to the seats, it's 100% septic scrotum. But you know what it is? It's, you know when you go...
It also smells like smoke. It smells like, you know what it smells like? It smells like pub on a Saturday morning. Just like vomit, semen, beer, urine, feces. That kind mixed in with carpet.
That damp smell. But then because
sweet
this is
anal stench.
Because this is like a metal box and it all gets hot, I think it like... And just show it. Like, look at all this crap. And there's just stuff everywhere.
It's still full of garbage.
Look, there's just brown stains. And cigarette
I actually can't. I need to extend my body away from it, man. I'm just going to stand over here.
Cigarette ash.
I think the first thing we need to, like, let's get all the windows down and open the boot, because I'm not going to, I can't actually work in there like that today.
What are you doing? I've got a lemon.
A lemon? These, I think a lemon mutton and a cucumber are like the freshest smelling things on the planet. Like, they just smell delicious. Oh, it's good. Oh, that's better. That car is disgusting, man. Alright. Got my gloves. I'm going in. It's not right. Thanks, mate. Alright. I'm ready to go in. Why didn't you...
What does that say?
This is the grot box to put all the grot in. Why didn't you clean it up first? French fries.
Turbo Yoda wouldn't let me, dude. He said the priority was to turbo, not to clean.
French fries.
Couldn't argue with him.
French fries.
What's that? Oh, it's insulation.
It's just insulation, that's alright. That's not too bad. It's not too bad. All right, come around here, look at this. Let me show you. Well, let me show the people actually why you gave me this job. For example, baggy.
What?
Right? Obviously something dodgy going on there. And this, you actually drove around.
Oh, what?
With a used bloodied Band-Aid in the back. And you did, like, did you not think to clean up your car before? Like, why would you not clean up your car before actually driving it around?
That's gross.
Oh, come on. Why? Every car, get a hotel. Tally hose. This car is starting to paint a pretty seedy history, man. Look at this. Someone's been waiting on their dinner for for months. Bring me back when I start to flash, vibrate, or beep. How is Cheryl? No, is that undies? Is that undies? What is that? Just a dirty rag?
Oh.
A dirty rag, Martin? Look at that, you got a double adapter there. A double adapter and some tissues. That's all you need for a big night out. More Macca's trays. More dirt. More, what's that? What's that? Oh, that's a what do you call that? A texture. A lot of hair, Martin. A lot of long, black hair in here. It's generally, I would say, the worst smelling car and the car with the seediest history out of anything that we've ever bought. It's just, there's so much garbage in it, man. It's just disgusting. Can you put the camera down and help me, man? Like, this is disgusting.
Speaker installed, dude.
First piece.
Check this out. Look. Oh wow. It's literally. Look. It's just turned back into cardboard again. Someone put some reasonable speakers in it. Look at that.
Isn't that MDF? Was that MDF?
That's MDF. I'm pretty sure that's what happens when it gets wet.
Wow.
Or just expires, just gets old. Wow. Well, looks like we'll be replacing them. You know, I was saying the MDF is wet. There's actually water dripping out of the speakers. Like, that's just water because it's been in there and not sealed properly, and then it's rained and gone all through the speakers and just ruined them, which is a shame because they were good speakers actually.
So is it wet in there now?
In the bottom of the door? Nah, but I reckon after a decent downpour, because all the rubber seals are so old, the water just would have got down there and just ruined them.
Smells so bad. It smells so bad. It just, my mind is wandering as to what kind of secretions a body can make that would exhibit this stench. Wonder how much wetness is in this one, Martin.
Right.
So far what we know about this car, Martin, is that there's a lot of rollies in it. There was a drug bag.
Yeah.
There was a restaurant coupon that said come and get your food, one of those restaurant ding 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 vibrators. There's a Posca pen.
Yep.
There's a used Band-Aid covered in some thick black
Meat
secretion.
stuff.
And it's very wet.
Yeah.
Gramps has had a sordid history.
Yeah, but we're going to fix that. It's going to get some nice, clean Japaneseness interior, and all of this will be gone. Make me so happy. Oh, this one's wrecked as well, dude. Look. Look.
Oh wow, it's just dangling there. Don't even take off the screws, just rip it. Yep.
Oh, and it's wet as well. Waste of a good speaker.
Nice. It's not very tight, Martin.
Yeah.
I feel like I could probably undo that with my hands. I can. Unless that was just the incredible power of the WD-40.
I think one of the first drives we ever went on, I had a car exactly like this, and then you got in it, and then I hit the brakes and you kind of kept going because the seats weren't bolted in.
That's right. Maybe that's your thing, Martin.
No, this was not I haven't touched those bolts. I think it just happens with cars that I own.
Well, I think everybody should check that, shouldn't they?
Yeah, it's probably worthwhile. I mean, if your seats aren't connected, you and the seat are going through the windscreen. We don't want that to happen.
You know what I'm going to say, Martin? I'm going to offer some advice that you and I have not done ourselves, and that is that before you undertake a job like this, just to vacuum and clean the car out first, because like the tools are getting hair in them. There's like mess everywhere. There's dirt. It's getting stuck in the bolts. It's getting like literally down in the threads as I try and pull this out. So my advice to you people is before you undertake something like this, seems counterintuitive, I know, but just clean your whole car first, particularly if it's one that's been used as a duchy.
Particularly if you're putting your same interior back in. If you're doing this to do a stereo or something,
Yeah,
and your interior's going back in, you might as well clean it, right?
I agree, Martin. This seat, how much do you reckon this is going to weigh, Martin? I can't wait to weigh it.
22 kilos.
I'm going to go with 26. Let's see, whoever wins gets to give the other one a foot massage. It's a bit easier. And this seat, wow, look underneath it, Martin. We're going to find some more incredible things down there, I can tell already.
So much grot.
Disgusting car, Martin. The worst one ever. 17, Martin.
What did I say, 18?
Yeah. No,
I think I said 18.
You said 22, I said 26.
Oh. I think that means I won.
Yeah, you did, but you still suck. As did I.
Here's your seat.
Oh, wait. There's something under there, Martin.
What?
Automotive archaeology. Let's
What
see
is
what
that?
Martin.
It
Let's
says
see.
privacy
Let's
statement
see. All right. So, this is the person's name and address. So I probably won't include any of that. But what they bought, Martin, was... so this is from 10 years ago. And they have bought a Canon camera, some SD cards, a camera bag. They've spent $1,200, yet they couldn't afford a vacuum for their car, Martin. And there it is. And for some reason, they decided to store that underneath their seat. A little bit of automotive archaeology.
Cigarette things there too, isn't there?
Yeah. Anyway, there it is.
So much food.
10 years ago, Martin.
You could make a meal out of the amount of food that's all through this car, man.
We will.
No, we won't.
No, we won't.
I gotta cable tie these back on, dude, so I can still use my windows.
Yeah.
Otherwise they don't work at all, like you gotta plug them all back in.
Oh, wow.
What is it?
Wow, look at this, man. This car continues to disgust. So I've just found a video. Can we say that name? Can we say that on the internet? People shouldn't watch that stuff, man. I've read books about the neuroplasticity of the brain and it messes them up.
Really?
Makes them go weird, yeah.
Why would you even have that in your car though? What are you gonna do?
Yeah, but
you
sound surprised. Yet at the same time, you know, we found what looks like drug paraphernalia in the car. There's food. There's dirty Band-Aids, Posca pen, rollies, and now porn. I think it's just a disgusting car, Martin. It continues to excite and disgust.
It's so fast though.
Probably because they were trying to get away from the police. Except it wasn't fast then, was it?
No.
Pull it. I'm pulling it. Push it. Ah, I'm stuck. Yeah. Hold on. Sorry. Go again. Okay.
Go.
Yes. Thank you.
Oh,
Martin.
dude. Look.
More chips.
No biscuits. Like a wet. Oh, that's a wet. Look at that. Milk arrowroot. Looks like it's been there for a long time.
They're usually quite good.
What's that? Oh, it's got so much hair. Can you see how much hair that's got on it?
Hold on. That's feral.
If you eat that,
I'm not gonna eat that. It's legitimately got pubes on
it
it.
looks all shiny and what, dude? Eat it.
Why?
Eat it.
I'm not gonna eat that.
Just eat it. Don't be soft. Here you go.
It's legitimately got hair all over it.
Oh, it smells
The only way I would actually put that anywhere near my mouth is if you confessed once and for all that my S2000 was far superior in every way to your MX-5, and you've got to be honest and actually believe it.
Yeah.
Then I'll
if you eat it. If you eat
Not
it.
the whole thing, I'll take one bite of it, but you have to genuinely and honestly confess to the people at last that the S2000 is better than your MX-5.
Do you know what?
You've got to be honest about
Your S2000 is awesome.
it. No, but better than your MX-5.
Yeah, okay, it's better than MX-5. You got to eat it though.
You finally confessed to all the
I'll
people?
confess that my
Tell me
Okay,
why
your
it's better.
S2000 is superior to my MX-5, and you have to seal this by eating something of that.
Yeah, I will, but you genuinely believe that my S2000 is
Go.
better than your MX-5.
Yeah, if you eat it.
Considered that.
If you eat it, go.
Yeah,
Yep.
fine.
Yep.
I'm allowed to take the hair off it though.
What?
And I don't have to eat all of it. I only have to eat one bit of it. That's fair enough, isn't it? I just only have to have one little bite.
Yeah.
I'm actually nervous. My hands are shaking. That's cool. Can't believe you finally confessed, Martin.
Yeah. Your car's awesome.
Can I just eat that little bit there?
No, you have to actually take a proper bite of it.
What?
Yeah, go.
Just
Proper bite, man. Don't be soft. No, proper bite. That was not a proper bite.
Oh, there's still hair on it. Now, S2000 is superior to your
S2000 is
MX-5.
superior to my MX-5. Yep. Yeah, your car sucks, man. I was like, oh,
No.
you got that in my eye, man.
What up? Need to put it in the pile, Martin. And put it in the pile with a little bit of respect. We just found this pizza crust that had fallen out of the, obviously fallen out of the back of the seat when Marty had thrown it. If nothing else, this car has been a lesson to us all. Just to, like, once every 2 or 3 years, just give your car a vacuum. Give it a wash, give it a little bit of love. Or you could kind of treat it a little bit more like your body and at least once a week just wash its nether regions. Because that is just... that's grot.
It says a lot about the preservatives in food, doesn't it?
Well, it does. I mean, that muesli bar thing, like, that tasted, other than the kind of pubic nature of it, it tasted the same as what they usually taste like. And that has no mold on it whatsoever. The biscuit has no mold on it whatsoever. And, sorry, I actually thought I was about to vomit.
Look at that. Look how many chips have fallen. That's like multiple visits to Macca's. That's a KFC chip.
What's that egg?
I think it's a Malteser.
No, Maltesers aren't that shape.
I think it is.
I don't think it is, Martin. Maltesers are not that shape.
I think it's like a chocolate almond. Chocolate covered
Do you
almond.
mind if I go and dissect it in the shed?
No, do it.
I'm intrigued to know what it is, Martin.
It's an almond.
You're right, Martin. It's a chocolate almond.
Oh.
That's pretty good.
Love Hondas. This snaps off that. That's pretty cool. They're like business card holders or toll pass holders. Heaps of different Japanese cars have all these little funny things that you look at and you have absolutely no use whatsoever for. But if you're feeling businessy, cruising around in your legacy wagon back in the 90s, you could stick your business cards in there and be all cool and official.
I've never seen that before, Marty, but that's great. I literally have never seen that before.
Yep.
And do other cars have that? Because a lot of people probably, when they're sitting there, wouldn't see inside that.
Yeah, there's look, here's another one. This is actually, because it's a different model, that's also for holding your toll passes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. output, like little cards. Remember how when we were in Japan, you see they're the big boxy readers that sit down here and they have like a credit card in them?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's for holding them or for holding your business cards. Whatever.
You know what I'd like to see, Martin? I want everyone to go outside now and check their car, and if their car has one of those, I want them to come back and tell us what kind of car they have, so we can compile a list of all the mad cars that have this awesome little ergonomic holder there. Love it.
Oh, the chips are falling through, man. Reinforcements. Check it out, dude.
Ooh, soft.
Yep. Oh yes, that is so rad. So today just got a million times more exciting because Miles, a friend of ours from the Mighty Car Mods forum who's helped out with a couple of builds with his installering and auto electrical skills, has just brought this thing. And that does not look like a factory item. What is it?
No, it's not. It's essentially a JDM climate control on the front, which we got from Benny with all the interior bits.
Yep.
And it's an old climate control out of a factory Gramps, so an Australian delivered one, with old clunky buttons and climate control, big sliders and cranky bits.
So JDM on the front, old school on the back, but what's in between it?
That's a Arduino microcontroller.
Mad.
Essentially, it's communicating between the two,
Yep.
taking the inputs from the buttons, and putting into a signal that this thing can read.
Right.
And output back.
Can I see the front of it? Can I see what? So I think what I'm understanding here is that we've got a JDM factory climate control, and then it's been pimped so that it actually doesn't do climate. Is that what I'm?
It still does climate, but it's going to do much, much more.
Mad.
Like what?
So, because that's a microcontroller. That basically means you can control lots of different 12-volt circuits and make it do what you want.
There's a USB on it. Sorry, I just saw there's a.
And then you program it, right?
That's right, you
So
have to-
what can you do with it then?
Well, you could control like a Varex opening and closing. You could put a valet mode on. You could control your boost up and down.
Shut your
Really?
mouth hole.
Really?
Sorry, I'm just losing it here. I think what we're saying is that in the past, that has been hot, cold. Now that's a dual function button, and we could potentially go, tell me if I'm correct here, more boost, less boost. In the guise, all of that hidden within what looks like a climate control. Is that what you're telling us?
That's exactly what I'm telling you.
That's so rad.
That is
you could,
ridiculous.
because you could be total stealth, like hold it down and then go, cool, I want my thing in valet mode so it runs no boost or something, right?
Exactly.
But if that's running off 12 volts like everything else, then potentially that could control any function that's electronically controlled within the car. Like
That's
you
right.
could do stereo stuff, boost stuff, and then no matter what you're changing on there, the output coming from the ECU could be displayed on the Haltech dash. Is that correct, Martin?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
You could control it.
I'm gonna go. I need to go have a moment by myself.
Where are you going,
I
Martin?
just need to go have a moment because
Oh,
I just started to get really excited.
it's a bit rude.
Yeah.
That what used to be in there. I'm guessing too, in the JDM version,
Yep.
there is a second controller somewhere
Yeah.
to be able to tell fans on and off because there's not enough in
Because
there.
all the units under the dash are different.
That's
like
right.
Benny was saying, like the heater box is different, the aircon control is different, the flaps are different.
The wiring harness, everything in the front of the car, inside.
Right.
Yeah, like comfort spec is different.
Cool. I mean, you can even just see from that. I mean, if you're on a factory one that we got, the Australian version, there's like 12 wires coming out of it, and there's about 48 pins on the
That's
Japanese
right.
one.
That's right.
Cool. So we've just basically brought this in the future, because even that is like 15, 16 years old.
That's right. It's very old. The integrated circuit is this big compared to the new one, which is probably that big now.
Yeah,
It's
right.
being this 20 years newer.
Welcome to the future. And so that's what used to be in Gramps.
That's right.
Or currently still is. And that's how you used to control the fan box. But instead we're going to be changing it with the mode button. And they're the buttons that are behind it.
That's right.
And you've replaced them with like
With transistors.
right.
And it is dual function, so that all of those things we were talking about before, you'll be able to put this in an actual climate control mode and use it for all of these things, but then by possibly a secret thing of buttons, like a bit of Ayuding, or like Street Fighter, what's that thing called? Hadouken?
Hadouken, yeah.
Hadouken. Then you could like go down, corner, right, and hit those two, and then it turns into a boost controller.
That's right.
Oh, it's so cool. And then that's the old screen that's on
Can
it.
I
but
just say that in the 7 years that we've been doing Mighty Car Mods, I have to say that that's probably one of the coolest things I've seen, and I've seen a lot of cool things, Martin.
and cool because it's DIY, man. Like
Yeah.
that's incredible. And you 3D printed that too, right?
That's right.
We're in the future.
That is so stealthy though.
Yeah.
Because no one would ever know.
Do you know what
You're not taking out like a vent and sticking it in a big boost gauge or whatever. It's happening.
Do you know what
like
I
that.
love about that? It's so clean.
Yeah.
Like it's ultimate DIY. You've got all these possibilities. And I mean, is that really expensive to do?
It's probably about $50 worth of controller components, and maybe $10 worth of relays, and that's it. That's it.
And so you just gut the factory one, put that in, learn how to program it.
That's it.
Oh man. I'm gonna go have a moment. Just give me. I need
Another one.
I need to have another moment.
Miles, while he's doing that, how long did that actually take you? I mean, we've talked about like the $50 cost of actual monetary cost, but time, I'm assuming something like that is quite takes a while.
I knew nothing about how to program it when I first picked them up, and it was essentially from learning how to program it to producing this to how it is now.
Yep.
Took about a month and a half.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's freaking awesome.
So Miles, that's all the factory stuff there, and because this was originally like a GX base model.
Yep.
So that is literally the most basic kind of climate control we can get, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah, cool. So that all comes out, yeah?
Yeah, so this all comes out, and this is going to go in its place. So essentially, all it's replacing that's the fan switch. So exactly the same thing.
Yep.
It's a simple switch. Power comes in there, and then depending on which position it's on, depends on which wire is activated, and that runs off down to the gubbins under there and turns the fan on and off. And this is your mode switches, which are really sticky because the previous owners done something.
A lot of stuff through there. I don't know exactly what.
But essentially, it's just one of these. It just fires the switches in series.
Yep.
This is a straight double pole, double throw switch, which means that the two center pins is the middle, and you've got a switch either side. So when you push it in, it'll switch the middle to the outside ones there, and when it's off, it goes from the middle to those two out there.
So you've replicated that using
Transistors. Yeah, so there's a whole bunch of transistors that are in here now.
Yep.
And they're basically doing the same thing. They'll switch from when power is given to them, they'll switch from being upwards or downwards. So there's actually a set for each direction.
Oh, and so you've used the factory board there with all the wires on it, and you're just controlling it.
Yep.
So that we can use the factory plug.
That's right.
Otherwise, we'd have to gut it all and
Yeah,
rewire.
I mean, look, you could go through the effort to make a whole new circuit board and that sort of stuff, but that becomes very expensive and very time-consuming.
Yep.
This is basically just hacktronics. It's just putting bits together to make it work.
And it fits into a box that fits back in the dash.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, we can always make a new box at the back or tidy all this up. It's pretty much still a sort of diagnosis. And
What are the next steps then to make it do?
we basically have to wire this black plug here to the end of these, and plug it in. That's it. That's all we have to. Yeah, well, that's the hope anyway. Hopefully, we won't see any smoke.
Did you just pull soy sauce out of my dash?
Yeah, it was in your shifter. Because it's for the extra power, isn't it?
Wow. Pretty sure that's been in the car for 6 months, Cat. You don't want that. That's a bit of wood.
Do you reckon we could run a similar setup in the S2000?
Why would we?
Like using the
Yeah, but why would you bother?
What do you mean?
Does the Honda need anything? I thought
Well, it doesn't.
I thought it was perfect.
Well, that's
That's
true.
what you keep telling me.
Well, that's true.
I can't do the look properly.
What's the look? What does that mean? Is that what Honda people look
No, the
like?
turbo Yoda look. You know when you kept asking him all that crap?
I'm not asking him crap. I was trying to educate
It's melted.
myself.
Oh, it's probably the plastic in here.
People like him and you
Is
keep ignoring us.
Something's burning.
All our Honda friends.
Oh, it's probably.
I'll
just stick that up my nose.
Like I don't even exist. They just keep
Oh,
talking
hi.
about
He's
it.
just shitting on about his Honda again, isn't he?
No, I'm not. I'm just asking questions because I'm trying to learn and you ignore me.
Just never stops, man. We're about to plug it in. We're about to connect it up. What's that, power?
Yeah, power for the microcontroller and power for the servo.
What voltage?
It's 12 volt. It's just got to be wired up to the same wires on this harness.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's it. So we go to the aircon harness.
Yep.
Solder in these two wires.
Sweet. So tape and soldering iron and solder?
Yeah.
Man.
Good to have some experts every now and then, isn't it?
Oh, experts are
After
amazing.
hacking our way through.
I know, hacking away for years and years.
Man, I'm not an expert, man.
Do it every day. There's a bird in my car, dude.
Really?
Yeah, look, he's trying to get in my car.
Where?
He's just walking in the driver's side.
Really?
He wants to chop some Hondas. We're just talking about the only Honda that we'd own.
S2000. Civic.
Do you want to just, if it's coming back out?
Jazz.
NSX. Only Honda I'd own.
You don't own a Honda?
Put plugs on it? Get a little plug for it? That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you say you don't own a Honda, Martin?
Yeah, I own an NSX. That's why I'm wearing a t-shirt that has an NSX on it. Like, why would I do that unless I actually want to own one? That would be rad. I'd love one of those. No turbo. Just to piss people off.
There you go. Full.
Is it time?
It's time.
It's time.
Hopefully we don't get any smoke.
What do we do? What do I do?
Turn the key on.
On or accessory?
Go on again.
Yeah, dude.
Yay!
I can hear it moving.
Yeah. Hang on.
Yes! Yes!
Go for.
I'll put it into performance mode.
Performance menu. I have my valve up and down.
Oh, that is awesome.
Back in aircon.
So with the
Fan
blow
off.
off valve, that's just that's adjusting the controller that's on the GFB.
Yeah, we've got something wired in, but that will adjust the adjustable blow-off valve that's on there too. Once we like connect it all up.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Very cool. So if we go, so say I want fan on 1, right? Fan 1.
Yep.
And I want to put it on my feet. I go feet.
Yep.
And now
I can
you
hear
want
it
to turn
moving.
your blow off valve up.
I go hold auto, turn my blow-off valve onto atmosphere, and then I decide that I'm a bit hot because my car's going so fast and I want to put my fan on full. I do that,
This is incredible.
and then I put it onto my windscreen and my feet.
This changes everything.
It's on the windscreen. It's on my face.
This is so good.
That is seriously
That is
cool, man.
incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, there
Wow.
he is.
Look at that.
There he is.
And
There he is.
Not only that, we're going to be able to. Okay, so for the Haltech Dash, right? We were talking about this
Yeah.
before. For the Haltech Dash, normally you've got to put buttons and it looks a bit
Yeah.
epoxy, but instead we're going to put it in our performance menu, right?
Yeah, so you'll be able to press performance.
Yep.
And then, say if you want to go up and down, you could go mode and fan, or you could remove the blow-off valve. You can totally reprogram it if you want. You could put in a third menu, so you could have performance menu, and then you could have donkey porn menu.
And you're only limited by how many outputs you have on the board, right?
That's right,
Yeah.
which is around about 50.
Wow.
Yeah. Which is more than
Like-
enough for VTEC menu, isn't
Like
it?
interior lights,
Yep.
amps.
Amps,
Headlights.
central locking.
You could potentially like get rid of any of the hardware switches and have it super clean,
Yeah.
and just have one unit that controls it.
That's it. Everything.
That is so brilliant. It is Honda spec engineering.
I actually need to go and have another moment. I'm just going to go have a moment over here. Oh, happened again.
I'm so impressed, Marty.
Same.
And you know what? The car doesn't stink anymore. Does it?
That
like
stinks,
it actually,
though.
the stinker's gone.
That really stinks. And that headlining
That
above your
thing
head,
can-
look at this. This flappy.
That thing can go.
Look at this flappy brown. This has got to come out too.
Yeah, we'll get rid of that. Incredible, boys.
So now
Incredibles.
we run some wiring in preparation for our interior for all the other stuff we're going to have in here while all the carpet's out. We fit all this up properly.
Yep.
Then we go get some E85.
Yes. Marty, we haven't even taken everyone for a drive yet.
I would love to take it for a drive, but I'm not sitting in that ever again.
Oh.
They are staying out and the car's not moving.
Yeah, dude, we put in the JDM spec seats that are over there.
The new ones.
Yeah, the new ones. And then put the seats in and then take the people for a drive. Because we haven't actually shown anybody what Gramps does on the road yet. So let's put the seats in and then we will put a video up right here where the end of my finger is. Click on this thing here and we'll stick a drive video up on MCM TV2, our other channel. So click on there.
Mad.
Let's put the seats in, man.
Oh, go you good thing. Kick it. Go you good thing. Oh! Unbelievable.
Unreal.
That really $4,000?
$4,000 was what we agreed to, mate.
$4,000?
That's a good 4 weeks worth of bingo
That's
winnings.
at least a good 4 weeks of bingo winnings, mate. There's one.
Oh, don't.
There's two. Oh, it.
Oh.
Double or nothing. Double or nothing. Oh, you're still here. You meant to be on MCM TV too, checking out the first drive of Gramps. What are they doing here, Martin?
I have no idea.
What are they doing sitting on the internet? They need to get outside and then get back to the internet.
I think.
Watch your other channel.
I think choo-chooing is much more entertaining than two old blokes betting, illegally gambling, no less. Illegally gambling
Double or nothing.
on foosball.
Foosball. Better than fuzzballs.
That's true.
I'll never do that again. You're on the wrong channel. Off you go. Oh! 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 Oh!
Next time on Mighty Car Mods.